Hey, everybody, and welcome to True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. This is Katie Weaver, and I'm here with my sister and partner in crime, Kirstie Bauer. Hello.
Hello. Hey, everybody. Excited to be here for the Thursday night psychic show.
Yeah, best night of the week by far. Yeah.
I don't know. I like all our shows, but yeah, this one's a fun one for sure.
Yeah, it is. It's the bestest. We've already been here once because we were just overcome with too much big news in the Vallow case and showed up early and did a stream 2 hours ago just to update the Vallow stuff. So you guys definitely go check that out. There was a bunch of movement today. A no Vallow movement is complete without some serious kayaking from Mark Means. We got that too. So
we sure did. It was great.
You're going to want to go see. But before we get too deep into what we're doing, Kirstie, how are you?
I'm really good. I'm just doing great. It's been a good week. Feeling better. I didn't feel very well last week, and I'm feeling better this week. And I will admit, I've been on a preventative migraine shot for a long time, and my doctor's office screwed up and got me kicked off from it. And I changed doctors and got one yesterday, and I feel so much better.
Good.
If you're a chronic migraine person, you know how much it sucks when you lose the med that works. So anyway, I can really tell today that I feel a lot better.
Well, very good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well,
how are you?
Well, here, I'm fine. It's
I'm
been
fine.
Fine. You know what? I'll tell you what. This is how boring my life is. Tomorrow, the fancy fish truck comes to town. So,
yes.
This is how boring. This is how lame it is.
I have heard of this.
Mm-hmm. So there's this fish truck that comes to town like every 6 weeks, and they only come for one day for like just a few hours. They're called Hooked or On the Hook. Anyway, they have one thing. They serve Alaskan cod and fries, and no, it's not keto, and I don't care. So anyway, Scott and I get them for lunch every time they come to town because their food is amazing. And anyway, tomorrow's Fancy Fish Truck Day. So, they're not actually called the Fancy Fish Truck. They are called something else, Hooked or something, but that's what we call them. And they're coming tomorrow. So yay.
Well, that is extra exciting, I have to say. I am not a fish person, but if I were, they come and park right around the corner from my house when they're in
You would like this food. I'm not kidding. You would like this fish. You would.
I might. We grew up really spoiled. Really. Well, we grew up really spoiled because our dad was an avid fisherman. And so we would eat fish that came from the river or the lake and then to the table on the same day. Yeah. All growing up. And I just can't. Just can't do it. I can't do fish that has been stored. I just can't do it. So anyway.
These haven't. That's like their claim to fame, that it's fresh Alaskan cod. And it is unbelievably good. And it's beer battered. Oh my God. Anyway. That's all. So speaking of that, what did you make for dinner?
I made a pork roast and a Caesar salad. Look at me. God. I cooked. Yeah.
I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. That's awesome.
Yeah. What did you make for dinner?
A grilled cheese sandwich on keto bread.
Well, that counts. What did you all eat for dinner, my friends out there in
I hope you were fancier
live stream land?
Yeah, and a sugar-free almond butter peanut butter cup. Nice. An almond butter cup. You don't say peanut butter. Almond butter cup.
Anyway. An almond butter peanut butter cup.
An almond butter peanut butter. I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah.
Oh, I made waffles for breakfast this morning, though, just like almond flour ones. Oh my God.
Yeah.
They were amazing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's where apparently all my cooking effort went, was waffles for breakfast.
Well, at least you got one meal in that you cooked. I think that counts.
Right. That's all I've got today. Yeah. Right. It's definitely how it is. Yep. It's okay. It'll be fine. I cook breakfast every single morning for Mars and myself. And my older kids are so miffed with me over that because I never made breakfast when they were younger. You were pretty much on your own. There was breakfast stuff in the house, Well, Micah had a protein shake for breakfast, like always, all through high school, because he was an athlete,
Right.
So he had to have that. But the other kids, I was like, there's food, do something. But now Mars and I always cook breakfast and eat breakfast together in the mornings because she doesn't have a first hour. So we're not in such a big damn hurry. Anyway.
Right. Also because she's the youngest, so she gets extra spoiled.
I remember when our younger sister was the last one at home. She was so spoiled. Our parents took her everywhere. They did all kinds of things with her that they did not do with all of us.
Vacations on the East Coast, we didn't get to go on. I mean, yeah.
And I totally get it now with only having one at home. It is so much easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'm sorry for being a crap mom, but that's what I've done. Yeah.
Right. It's
I
what
want
happens.
to. Yeah. You know what? It is. So I try to not completely neglect them. Though last time I went down there, I make this homemade ranch that we used to have this company here called Chiz's they sell ranch, well, all kinds of dressings, but their ranch dressing is unbelievable. And then they sold it
in the world, man.
Oh yeah. And this new company came, and when we would go to Boise to see our kids, we would have to take them Chiz's Ranch because that's just all there is. Well, we finally had to stop buying them because they got sold to a different company and they're not as good anymore. And they upped the price. They're like $8 for a little carton of it. It's crazy.
Good Lord.
So now every time I go to Boise, my kids say, will you bring me some ranch? Because I just finally replicated their recipe and make it myself. And the last 2 times I've gone down there, I forgot their ranch. So again, not mother of the year. Someone is getting more spoiled than the others, but I just can't. I can't help it. It's what it is.
It is what it is. It is.
And actually, my dogs are so much more spoiled than my kids. It's insane. But
yeah, that's kind of been a known thing for a long time.
Yeah. Well, we have quite the chat going. Want to welcome everybody. Wanted to point out, Tara said she's been a member, first time here. Tara, it's so good to see you. And everybody.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, everybody, I want to say I'm just really glad to see you here. Ember said, last week you helped me with my son that has a problem with heroin. He hasn't contacted me in a year. I finally got a response from him this week. Keep that energy flowing.
Yay. Oh,
yes,
that's wonderful.
Absolutely love it. Yep. Carly's making meatloaf. Carly, we'll be right over. Hey, that's better than a grilled cheese sandwich. RJ said chicken and salad. Jessica ordered pizza. Sarah had curry chicken. We'll be right over there too. I'm coming to all your houses for dinner. Just be aware. Yeah. Bianca had cheeseburger with grilled onions. Yeah, we'll take that too. Yeah.
I'll take
homemade from In-N-Out. That works too. All right. Oh, Catskills is also making a meatloaf. Look at this. Yep. Oh, Elizabeth hasn't had dinner. She's been having chest pains today. Elizabeth.
No. I'm sorry to hear that.
We're not having that. Yeah.
No.
Yikes. Well, we're going to hold some space for you, Miss Elizabeth. And you know, if that gets to be too mucho, you go to get it taken care of, right? Don't suffer in silence too long on heart, please.
No.
We won't be having that. Well, it is sorry,
it's
I read the chat.
It's marching orders.
Totally ruined. Yes, it's marching orders. It is February marching orders tonight. So we're going to do a couple of things. I'm going to read for you from one of my favorite decks. This deck is called the Kuan Yin Oracle, the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle. This is the cutest deck of this adorable girl playing with her yaks, and they are so damn cute. It's just hard to even believe. So it's by Alana Fairchild if you're interested, but I adore this deck. So I'm going to read from this deck. Of course, we will read per sign, and then Kirstie's going to pull a crystal for each sign and show it to you and tell you about it.
I'll just make some crystal sounds. I have a giant box sitting here. You can't see it. It's out of frame. I had to pull a chair over to sit it on because it's so friggin' heavy. I couldn't put it on my desk. But
this girl has more crystals than most metaphysical stores do. When we had our store, you pretty much just had to turn her over and shake her out every night before we went home because she had a pocket full of crystals every day.
Owning a metaphysical store was the best thing ever because I just shopped for free every day. I was always like, ooh, I don't have one of these, or I don't have one in that shape, or this color's a little different, But I have a lot of pretty particularly nice stuff, so that's what I'm sharing tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, it is true.
One time this girl showed up in our store and she was a traveling crystal vendor. She was in a van.
My heart.
It was unbelievable. And we literally dropped everything for this girl. She carted in I can't even imagine the amount of crystals she brought into us for us to sort through. We spent the entire afternoon digging through what she had. We spent like way too much money, but
Yeah.
she had stuff I'd never seen before. It was the
Oh
most,
yeah.
and she didn't call first. She just showed up totally out of the blue. And
I
it
nearly
was like the
fainted. It
best
was
day
the
of
coolest
my
thing I'd
life.
ever seen.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. It was amazing. Yeah. So what can I say? We're kind of hounds for crystals.
Oh my gosh, so much.
So we're going to start with Aquarius because it is Aquarius's birthday. So happy birthday
Yes.
to all of our Aquarians. So I'm going to shuffle up our cards just a little bit here. Ugh.
Maybe.
Yeah. My hands are too little for most of these decks. But I just got to make it work. Okay, here we go. I'll try to stop complaining.
If you don't mind.
Yeah. All right, Aquarius. Okay. So the card is She Rides with Wild Spirit Unbroken.
Mm-hmm.
So here she is with her wild spirit riding her yak. Okay. What does this mean for you this month? Aquarius, you guys make me laugh because I feel like you are absolutely sick of your regular routine. You are tired of every day feeling like Groundhog Day. You're sick of it. You need some fun desperately. And it's a little tough to get right now, you know? But I'm going to highly recommend to you, Aquarius, that this month you get a little road trip or you at least get a little outing of some sort. You have got to have it. You're so pent up. I feel like you could just absolutely scream right now. And the other part of that wild spirit is I feel like some of our Aquarians could do something kind of big. You know, I'm thinking about my sister-in-law who's just decided to go back to school and get her PhD, you know, and I can see my Aquarius is like changing jobs or yes, going back to school or doing something kind of drastic. Maybe you'll, you know, cut your hair clear off or do something wild. I feel like there's something bubbling in you to make a change, Aquarius. And I really think you'll do it this month or at least start rolling towards that. So do it. Yeah. And happy birthday, Ember. She is an Aquarius. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Nice. Well, so then for Aquarians, I chose a carnelian agate because this is an awesome creativity stone and emotional expression stone. It's just the right stone to get you out of that funk. It's a very passionate energy. And so it will boost you up to, you know, make some big change if you want to, or go do something super fun. JR, yes, that is my wife. She wants to get her PhD in religious studies. So she wants to teach.
Yeah, she has a master's degree in counseling.
In counseling. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And so she's planning to go on. She's planning to start in the fall. So carnelian agate, awesome creativity stone and just stone of sort of lighting a fire under your ass, if that's one way to say it, to get you moving. So with carnelian, you want to carry it in your pocket. You want to come into physical contact with it because it helps raise your vibration and give you a boost in your life force energy. So get yourself a piece of carnelian agate and carry it with you, wear it, keep it in your pocket, rub it with your thumb to, warm it up because that's what activates the energy in it. And, use it as you make plans, things that you're going to jump forward for. And, it's so funny that you say this because Rhonda found this cool notebook that you can write notes on, and then you take a picture and they upload to the cloud. And then you can wipe the note off. So you're not using up a whole bunch of paper, but then you also create this huge document that is like all the notes for a class. And she absolutely could barely go to sleep last night talking about it because she gets paid tomorrow and she is going to buy one. So just of course, funny. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Well, Aquarius, I can't wait to see what you do. That is pretty great. Yep.
Sure is.
How do you find out your rising? You just go, all you have to do, honestly, is Google it. There's a ton of free sites. You do have to put in, to know your rising and your moon, you need to know where you were born and what time you were born.
Yeah. The time is really important on your rising
sign. Time is super important. Yep. Yep. Okay. Well, let's move on to Pisces. So Pisces,
Pisces.
here's your card. It is the little one rises. Interesting. I just think Pisces, though, I got to tell you, Pisces feels very Aquarian to me this month. I feel like Pisces, too, is chomping at the bit to do something different. A little different. Aquarius wants to take action. Pisces wants to do something. They want to buy something. They want to change something. My Pisces daughter just this week has dyed her hair, hated it, dyed it a different color, decided to buy what are they called? An axolotl. Then did all of the research, then decided not to buy an axolotl, then decided to buy a French bulldog, but also knew that that was an insane expenditure. So then decided not to buy. And here's the thing. She is just burning to do something. Now, this kid works full time and goes to college full time. She's not bored. She is busy as hell, but she's got something burning in her right now to create something. So she's getting something for Valentine's Day from her mother to create something. She'll probably show up tonight. She always listens to this show. So I'm not telling you what it is, Matt, but she has to make something. And that's what I feel like with Pisces right now. You have something burning in you to either nurture something, take care of something, or create something. I could really, really see our Pisces this month pick up a new craft or skill or some kind of new creative endeavor. Pisces, the challenge for you, I think, is to rein your enthusiasm in just a little so that you don't end up with some buyer's remorse. Be sure that whatever you are doing or investing in is something you really want to do. Because it seems like there's just a lot of energy flowing for you. I also feel like Pisces would do well to get away this month. If you could get a little weekend away or at least take a drive, it would be so, so good for you. But Pisces, you've got creative energy exploding from every pore.
Ah, nice. It feels very sort of frenzied and disorganized for a lot of Pisces.
Yes,
and so I feel like for Pisces, what I've got here is a big old chunk of clear quartz, because I feel like you need the clearing energy, and particularly in your crown chakra and your brain. You need some clear quartz to help you balance that. So I would even meditate with this right on your third eye. And I know this is a huge piece, but meditate with some clear quartz on your third eye and let it really help you clear your thoughts so that you can make a clear plan and make a decision. I feel like there's so many ideas, like Maddie, so many ideas bouncing around, and you need a little help with clearing that out with the clear quartz.
Absolutely. I love that. I'm excited to see what Pisces does too, because something is blowing up in you and it's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you see Red Girl liked my carnelian, but for a second she thought it was a tomato. I like it. It's kind of slightly shaped like one. So yeah.
They kind of do look like that. Mary, we're not really even doing questions tonight, but I have to answer this because it's burning through me. Amber comes up with me. So strong for you. Amber. Okay.
There you go.
Sisters of the Sacred Spiral. This is the sacral spiral. That could be sacred. This is, of course, for Aries. So what does that mean? Well, I think it means exactly what it says. Aries, you need a sisterhood this month, or at least a circle. You really need some companionship. You need some like-mindedness. I feel like, Aries, you need your circle. And I think that you have been really independent to the point that you have not shared what's going on in your world with some of your support system because you just haven't wanted to. And this is your month to do that. I think that good or bad, whatever's going on in your world, it's time for you to be a little bit more clear about it and pull your circle in. Aries, I think that it is very likely this month that you need to ask for a little bit of help. I think there's some things burning in you that you haven't really discussed or talked about, even with like your spouse or the people closest to you. You haven't really laid out on the table. And it really is time for you to do that. The thing that I want you to know, Aries, is you don't have to suffer in silence. I think that whatever it is right now, if you need to go to the doctor or you just need, some company, whatever it is burning in you that you haven't shared because you're being so damn independent and don't want to hand it over, stop. Because you're suffering in silence for no reason at all. You have people around you that love you, they care about you, and they do want to be a part of your process. So open it up. It's time.
Yeah. I feel like Aries, you need some balance in the heart chakra. I feel like you got a little too much green in there and not enough pink. So I've got, and I know these are hard ones to see, but I've got some rose quartz and some green calcite. I would recommend, and any pink or green stone will work if you don't have pink, these two particularly, but I feel like a good little meditation session, laying down with these stones on your heart, hold them with your hand and hold them in your heart and let that energy balance in your heart. You've got to start choosing yourself a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Missy. Yeah, without a doubt. And even if that's showing up in here and, bearing your heart will help you,
Yeah,
it's just
definitely.
Aries always expects themselves to be so strong and so tough and so something, to the
Stoic.
point that, yeah. See, I'm a Cancer. We don't do that. We never quit throwing our emotions out there all over everyone else. But that's only partly true, actually. But I've actually, in the time that I have been on radio, like psychic radio, I have had surgery 3 times and never tell anyone. Nobody ever knows. My sisters know. That's it. Well, my husband, but I've done this a few times now. I never tell anyone. So I'm pretty Aries about it for some reason, but okay.
Apparently.
All right. Taurus. The card is the Daughters of the Red Tent. Daughters of the Red Tent, which a red tent is, where women go when they're in their moon time.
Right.
So that's kind of interesting for you, Taurus. I'm going to take it 2 different directions because even saying moon time makes me think about you this month and your connection to the actual moon, and thinking about this month, how your rhythms, how your cycles are resonating with the moon itself and manifesting with the moon and making sure you get some time with the moon. I suspect that this new moon coming is going to be a very tumultuous time for you, Taurus, and that you're going to be pretty out of sorts. So I'm taking it that way. But this also really speaks to me of a sisterhood. And I feel like, Taurus, you too need some sisters right now. You need, or at least a tribe. I mean, I know we have more than just women that listen to us, and I don't want to disenfranchise the men at all. And so when I say that, what I'm really saying is, you need a tribe right now. You need some people around you. I suspect that some of you guys really need some kind of group, even if it's online, a book group or something that has some kind of, a moon ceremony or drumming or, something ceremonial of some sort that just feels like you're moving some energy and doing something. Taurus feels to me like they're waxing pretty poetic right now, actually, and pretty, pretty deep.
Nice. Well, yeah. I'm going to go pretty literal with that then. And I've got a piece of moonstone here. Try to block that light just a little bit. I actually feel like one of the best things you can do with moonstone is when the moon is full, leave it outside or on a windowsill so that it's picking up that moon energy, and then carry it in your pocket with you for the month to bring you that connection. Moon energy is emotional energy. And you have to think about emotional energy like, how the tides ebb and flow and how the moon waxes and wanes, that emotional energy doesn't always stay the same, and that staying connected with it and with how you feel is really important. And carrying a moonstone that you've put out in the moon to soak up that energy is a great way to help to learn to balance your emotions and, seek out that support when you need it and, feel like you're in a place where you're getting your needs met.
That's awesome. Oh, that's so cool, Missy. She said that there's a commercial for the Super Bowl with Will Ferrell and Keenan, and they're announcing awesome new batteries for electric cars that are affordable. Didn't you predict this in your 2021 year predictions? Yes, I did. That's awesome.
That is way cool.
Love it. One year I predicted that I don't even know why I did, but I predicted that that woman that was the press secretary for the White House, the one who's now running for the governor of Kentucky. I can't think of her name.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I had predicted that she would quit in June. And my coworkers really laughed. They're like, she's not going anywhere. Where did that even come from? And I'm like, I don't know. She quit in June.
She sure did.
She did. I rub that in everyone's face. I'll tell you that. No.
Right. My God.
But we just finished Taurus, which means that we are going to have a commercial break.
We are. We'll be right back.
There you go. Okay, and we are back.
We are.
Alrighty. So moving on.
We've switched places too.
That's so funny. I'm over here.
Sometimes our producer, that's me, screws up, and I just did. It's all good.
It's fine. It's a nice change. All right. Well, we're moving on from Taurus to Gemini.
Gemini. Ooh.
All right, Gemini. The card that I pulled for you is Her Hand Gentles the War. Two yaks fighting. Okay. And I think Gemini, for you, that's exactly it. You are sick of the fighting. You are tired of people being so divided. You're tired of people being so pissed off. You're so sick of it. You're really tired of everyone trying to make you pick a side on everything or anything, and you're not going to do it. I feel like we're going to see a lot of Geminis this month. They're like, do not speak to me about politics. Do not speak to me about COVID. Don't speak to me about chaos. I'm not doing it. I feel like Gemini's just done. And but I don't think it's just like big topics or like world topics like that. I think it's also within your homes and families. Like, you're sick of, everybody coming to vent to you and dump all of their problems on you and want you to pick a side or, well, mostly that, pick a side or be a part of somebody else's issues. I think, Gemini, you've fallen for it too many times in the past and gotten involved in somebody else's drama, and it came back and bit you in the end. And that you're seeing a lot of chaos and drama around you right now. I think this month you will have to employ really good boundaries and say, I'm not doing it. I'm not interested. You know what? I don't want anything to do with that. I love you and I'll hang around with you, but I am not doing drama at all. And that's hard for Gemini because Gemini sometimes loves drama. But I think you're tired and you're sick of it. So that's where I see Gemini going this month.
It's funny that you say that, actually, because many of my Gemini clients have been struggling with drama. I've seen that actually quite a lot in the last week.
Yep.
Well, the stone that I chose for Gemini is black tourmaline. In order to set clear boundaries, you first have to be feeling safe and grounded yourself so that you can set those boundaries. And black tourmaline is a great stone for grounding and protection. And this is one of those stones that you carry in your pocket. Now, with this, I would hold it in your hands and I would bless it and tell it what you want it to do for you, which is to help you to set clear boundaries and to feel safe and grounded so that you can. And then you carry it in your pocket, you hold it in your hand, you rub it. And really, black tourmaline is my favorite, but it's not the easiest to get. Black onyx or black obsidian would be fine too, if that's easier to come by.
Nice. Wonderful. All right, Cancer. Oh, how funny. Cancer also pulled the Daughters of the Red Tent.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. And obviously, I mean, there's plenty of cards in this deck, and I shuffled, and that's what came out. So, All right. So for Cancer, I feel like I'm again going to kind of lean on moon energy because the Cancer, Cancers are moon children and definitely are pushed and pulled with the tides of the moon. Cancer, though, I think for you guys, honestly, not you guys, for us guys, because I'm a Cancer too. I feel like this month is really watery for us. It's really emotional for us, and that we need to have plenty of downtime and recharging time. I think we are going to have to be good about saying saying no when things are too much for us, when we can't handle another whatever, when we need to silence our phones. I think Cancers, we've got to be good about it. This month feels a little bit like a steamroller for Cancers. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not even a bad month. It's just that I think your obligations, Cancer, are going to overwhelm you if you're not careful. So there is that. The other part of Cancer for me, though, is again, calling on your support system and asking for the help that you need, because you too haven't been very good about it. And I think rather than, get to the point of explosion and being pissed off at everybody in your world for not helping you, be sure you're asking for it first. I think that's maybe an area that you could work on, that I could work on. Okay.
There you go.
So who wants to come do my dishes? Yeah. Just kidding. I did them yesterday.
Why you still have a kid at home. No. So I did pull a moonstone then for Cancer too, but I pulled a different one. So this is a peach moonstone. One of my favorites. And a peach moonstone is particularly good for balancing emotions and cooling hot energy. And I would do the same. I would put this out in the full moon and then carry it with me to help to balance that. And I wanted to answer a question really quick. Amber wanted to know do the size of crystals matter? No, they don't. Honestly, what most matters about crystals is the color. Mm-hmm. Even if I'm showing you an orange stone and you don't have that orange stone, but you have a different orange stone, it'll do the same thing. It'll help you in the same way. But yeah, size does not matter. Some people love having little tiny stones. I like palm stones. I like bigger size stones personally.
Nor does the cut, whether it's a polished stone or a raw stone. And you will hear people get very snobby about crystals, and insist that they're bigger and the more fancy cut they are, the better they are. That's BS. That's ridiculous.
That's just a way to sell more stones. No.
Yep. Someone tried to sell me a bill of goods a while back that lab created stones are superior to stones from the earth. What? No, I'm sorry.
They're
not
very beautiful, and I like them in jewelry, but no, they don't have the same.
Right. A lab created amethyst is not the same as an amethyst straight out of the ground. I just can't, even with that one. Yeah. Okay. Leo. Poor Leo. I feel like Leo is so run down. All right. Her joy overcomes gravity. You guys, these cards are so freaking cute. I hope you can get a good sense of what they look like. They're so darling. Her joy overcomes gravity. Leo, you need some fun desperately. And I feel like that joy for you really is overcoming the chaos in your life. I feel like Leos have a lot of people around them that are in bad places, in a place of stress, and that Leo themselves not in a bad place, but they just have a lot of people around them that have big needs right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being a support system for that. However, you definitely need to know when to turn off the faucet, quit running your energy out to everyone else and recharge yourself. A few down days, a few couch days for you this month would be amazing. A little bit of social time, if you can swing it with people that just make you laugh for fun, would also be amazing. But Leo, simplify. Don't have to be everything for everybody. You're not going to be. It's too much. And you just end up letting yourself down, and that sucks. So, now obviously you're going to have to be playing support system for others, and you're good at that. But be sure you're giving yourself what you need to.
Most definitely. So for you, Leo, what I chose is red jasper. So red jasper is a go-to stone for boosting your physical energy. It's a great stone for that. It's a red stone. It's a root chakra stone, and it's a good one for physical energy. This one, if you can see, it has a little divot in it. It is a palm stone. It's made to like rub with your thumb for anxiety, to boost your energy, to connect yourself, that kind of a thing. And so if you can get a little piece that you can really rub with your thumb, that is a great way to activate the energy of red jasper and just, boost up your physical energy. And Leos feel like they really need it right now.
I love it.
He says this is very relevant to her life right now. Glad to hear.
Wow. We have one restaurant that we deem safe. Well, one of a couple. We have a few that we deem safe in our town. And I can see right now we're going to have to grab our Leo sister and take her out for a drink here soon and go to Burger Theory. It's become our hangout. I never thought we'd have a hangout, but we do.
It's because it's in a hotel and it's on the edge of town, so not very many people go there.
Yeah,
They
their
do have
bartending skills are kind of horrifying, but it's all right. It'll be okay. Oh, Missy, I'm sorry. That is so much. Okay, Virgo. Oh, Virgo. Safe to fall. There she is. Crap. I don't know if you can see her lovely dress. I want to give you a better look. Safe to fall. Virgo. You're doing the Virgo thing, right? You're keeping that veneer super cranky. You're keeping that veneer super, super tight and polished and not letting a crack in it for anything. Nah, it's safe to fall. Virgo, something comes up for me for you financially this month. I feel like you've been avoiding something financial that you're going to have to get really real about and face and deal with this month. I think it might suck a little bit. I keep looking at what I keep seeing in my head is my stack of stuff that I need to file my taxes. But I think that's what's coming up for Virgo is there's some financial stuff that has to be addressed for you this month. And perhaps some medical stuff too. I feel like some bigger topics that you've been avoiding a little bit, you're gonna have to deal with them this month and quit messing around with it. I think that might require some additional support from somebody else. So don't forget to reach out for that. But beyond that, Virgo, some great self-care. I feel like my Virgos, because they've been so stressed, have maybe their self-care has maybe lapsed a little bit and they don't even realize it. So I want you to seriously consider, are you getting enough food? Are you drinking plenty of water? Are you really taking good care of your body? Are you getting enough sleep, Virgo? Because chances are you're not, right? So let's really evaluate some of that stuff and just make sure you're getting the care you need.
Definitely. So then to add to that, what I have chosen for you, Virgo, is that's bad there. It's tourmalinated quartz. So it's clear quartz that has black tourmaline infusion included in it. So this is a stone that balances your entire energy body. It balances your root and your crown, and it balances them all together. So this is a great stone when you're just really a little out of whack or maybe a lot out of whack. This is a great stone to help bring your energy body back into balance. It is a great stone to carry in your pocket and rub. It's also a great stone to put under your pillow at night. But don't poke yourself in the eye. I was going to show you a bigger, pokier piece, but I can't find it. But be careful. But you can put a little piece in your pillowcase to help to balance your energy body overnight.
Yeah. We had a client years ago that told us that she went to sleep every night with a big chunk of clear quartz in her hand. I don't know how you guys sleep, but I would bludgeon my husband to death if I was holding a stone like that in my hand at night. I'm wild though. But I can't imagine falling asleep with a big stone. I don't know. Could you do it? I
don't think I could. I'm not sure where it would end up. And I have very small dogs and cats in my bedroom at night, so I wouldn't want to hurt anybody.
If it wasn't Scott that got murdered with it, it'd be one of the dogs. Yeah.
Right.
I can't imagine doing that. But yeah, having stones under your pillows, on your nightstand, that's a staple in my house. Yeah.
Definitely.
For sure. Okay. Oh, it's time for a commercial break, actually.
Yes, it is. All right, let's do that. Hi, I'm Kirstie Bauer, podcaster and professional psychic. I have spent the last 14 years honing my skills as a psychic and a healer. I work on the Purple Ocean app. You can find it in any of the app stores. And I am available every day for video and chat readings. I specialize in pattern breaking, particularly in relationships, but really in any area of your life. If you're feeling stuck and like you can't move on or you can't let something go, I am the reader for you. That is exactly what I focus on. It's what I love to do. I love to help stuck people get moving, and I've been doing it for many years and have been very successful at it and can do that for you as well. So if you are having trouble letting go of a relationship or a fear or a challenge of any kind in your life, come see me at Purple Ocean and we will do everything we can, me and my guidance system and my intuition and you, because it's always a package deal that we work together, but we will find a way to break that pattern for you. So come see me over at Purple Ocean and let's break your patterns.
Awesome.
And we're back.
Love that. Very good. So Catskill says she does sleep with a little crystal in her hand. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed.
I am too.
Years ago,
I would lose it for sure.
Yeah. Years ago, a grandmother that we trained with, a dear friend of ours named Bright Owl, she was having surgery and she wanted to have a stone in her hand. And so they taped it, like with medical tape, into the palm of her hand to hold on to while she had surgery, which I thought was just freaking brilliant. You know, the hospital accommodated her beautifully in her, you know, religious beliefs. It was really cool. But we got there right after surgery to see her and check on her. And she had that stone still taped into her palm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was neat.
A big, kind of, not a big, but a clear quartz point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Cranky says she couldn't do that or there'd be holes in the wall.
Right.
Red girl says she would definitely poke her eye out.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I think too.
Yep.
I might be the victim in this case.
Maybe. Ancestral guardians of light, Libra.
Ooh.
Ancestral guardians of light. So this is a good month for you to work with your ancestors in probably a couple of different ways. First of all, sometimes it's a lot about peeking into your ancestry and finding the strength there. Sometimes it's about finding the spirituality there. If you dig deep way back, you know, that's something that I think a lot of people are missing is you look at what you're, you know, we all mostly have some kind of like a religion of birth, but a lot of people, you know, have left that or don't resonate with it anymore, or you do. I mean, no judgment there, but that leaves a lot of people kind of wondering, like, what now? Go back deeper. Go back deeper into, you know, where your people came from and what their spirituality would have been like 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. Does that resonate with you more? Does that feel more like who you are? Maybe it's time to do some studying. Maybe it's time to have a DNA test, you know? I feel like looking at your ancestry right now is really, really important. It's not just that, of course. It's also closer to you. Do you have elderly people in your life that could use a little more attention from you or that you could learn a little bit more from in some capacity? That could be it as well. But it really is about ancestors. The other piece of it is, do you have some scars on your DNA from your ancestors that are holding you back? And that's a big conversation that we probably can't have tonight, but we'll have it on this show, you know, soon. Because Kirstie and I both do work with ancestry and with DNA, and that's a big topic. So, but for you, it's about ancestors, and that resonates so deeply with me too. Red Girl said that card means a lot to her right now. Me too. I'm a Libra rising and a Libra moon, and I always really resonate with Libra's reading. Yeah,
I do as well. So then what I picked for you, Libra, are a piece of rose, clear quartz and amethyst, because this is a really important time to work on your crown chakra and your third eye, because to get to those places, to, you know, make that connection to your past and to your ancestry, you need an open third eye and a balanced crown chakra to make that happen. So you could do some meditating. I know this is a huge amethyst, but with the amethyst here and crown here, and you always want them to, if they're points, they should be pointing up toward the top of your head. Do a little meditating there when you're trying to make that connection with these stones, and that will help you to make the connection. The other stone that came to mind is Fodden quartz, and Fodden quartz is kind of a funny little kind of quartz. This is a giant piece of Fodden, just so that it's easier to see it. And Fodden quartz, you see how it has that white line down the center? It is a stone of connection, and so you can use it to make connections between you and other energies. And so a piece of Fodden quartz would be a great one for right now when you're working on connecting with your ancestors. Holding this in your hand while you meditate and make that connection would be a great one, because this stone will really help you to do that.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Oh, I love Fodden quartz so much.
Me too. I have a whole bunch, but I have that giant one that I lucked into one time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. This is killing me. Scorpio.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Again.
Daughters of the Red Tent yet again. Really, for you, Scorpio, this month, though, you are a fireball. You are absolutely into defending your family and friends right now. This is killing me. So my 18-year-old daughter that's still in high school, they're doing government right now. They're doing Congress, a mock Congress, and she is the Speaker of the House.
Yes.
And she has been so damn mad this whole week after that class. Every day I get a phone call because, of all the jostling and all of the things that are happening and, all of the negotiations and stuff. And she's like tough as nails, and it's killing her teacher because she's like, she has no problem burying somebody's bill or pigeonholing it or just refusing for it to be read. I mean, I hate to call her Mitch McConnell, but no, she's been a real Nancy Pelosi about it. She's really, she's taking it very seriously. Which, there's kids in her class that don't. They don't care. They're joking. They write stupid bills that are dumb, because they just think it's funny. And she is not. She's taking it very seriously. But that's what I see from my Scorpios this month. You guys you're not messing around. Whatever it is that has your full attention right now, you are on it like glue. You aren't messing around. You're learning a lot. You're down the rabbit hole. If there's something you're passionate about, I feel like nothing can tear you away from it. The other part of that is I feel like Scorpio is in deep defense right now of the people and the causes and the topics that they are enmeshed in. That if you're passionate about it right now, if you're a Scorpio, nobody is going to talk you out of that. My Scorpios are full of fire. So I think that the red tent for you this month it is definitely about defending your sisters. I see a lot of that in Scorpio this month, but I also see for you guys, it's that red fire. You guys are full of it this month. Mm-hmm. I think that you're going to have to be a little bit careful not to run yourselves into the ground. Try not to get too mad. Try not to burn the candle at both ends too much, Still get self-care. Please get some rest. Mary, my husband's a Scorpio too, so my condolences. And
my son is a Scorpio, and I'm definitely seeing this in him. He's been fighting the good fight for some friends that have been getting picked on.
Oh, good for him. Yeah, that's the kind of I could see Scorpios like in their jobs doing the same thing, really standing up for people. Yeah, Scorpio, you're full of it this month. I'm here for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So then for Scorpio, what I chose for you is obsidian. Because obsidian, first of all, is a grounding and protection stone, which you need in this moment. But it is also literally molten glass that flew out of a volcano and landed on the ground. I mean, when you talk about fire, literally the embodiment of this is a piece of, if you can see it, I'm going to show you the back. Do you see how flat that is? That's where it landed on the ground in a clump of, they call them obsidian bombs. This is a little one. And
can you imagine seeing those flying out of the ground?
No. I mean, would I want to? Totally. Would it be scary? Yes, 100%. But
in some kind of sealed capsule, yes.
Obsidian, honestly, is one of my most favorite stones ever. Here's a piece of rainbow obsidian. Obsidian has different sheens depending on the way that it cooled. And so there's a rainbow obsidian. But obsidian is a great palm stone. It's a great pocket stone. It's a stone to rub when you're feeling like you're going to punch somebody in the eye, to calm yourself down and to ground yourself and reconnect yourself with your body. But it also really, truly connects you to that fire that you feel when you're feeling passionate about a cause, because it came flying out of a volcano, my friends.
Yeah. Just like you.
Yeah.
So Mary's husband and Cranky's husbands are both Scorpios. So we are the Scorpio Wives Club. Yeah.
Yes.
You are an honorary member with a Scorpio sun.
Yep. Yes, I am.
Okay, Sagittarius. I swear to God, if this is that same card, it's coming out. Just kidding. That's not how you would treat your dad.
Right.
But, okay. No. Grandmother ensures safe crossing. Interesting that grandmother came up.
Mm,
Again, I feel so much ancestral energy this month. So again, I'm going
yeah.
to really encourage my Sages to connect to your grandmothers, whether they're in spirit or they're in person. Connect to your grandmothers. That seems important. But I'm going to take it one step further, Sag, and show you yourself as the grandmother. I think a lot of my Sages right now, you guys are the safe crossing. You are the voice of reason. You are the person that's good in a crisis. You are the sage. You are the wise woman. And sometimes I think you guys don't always give yourself enough credit for that. This month, your voice is really, really going to be called for in your circles and with people around you that really need your wisdom. So don't hold back.
I love that. You
Yeah.
know what I picked then for Sagittarius is actually petrified wood. So this is a piece,
Ah.
I'll just turn it so you can see it. This is a piece of wood. One side's been polished and the other side hasn't. So this is a piece of petrified wood. Whenever I feel like I need to tap into wisdom, then petrified wood is the stone that comes up for me, because the wood, it's so grounding and it's so stable, but there's also, centuries of knowledge in it, because not
Mhm.
only did it live as a tree for who knows how many years, but then it survived long enough to petrify into a stone. And you think about what
Mhm.
that piece of petrified wood witnessed on
Yeah.
this planet before it came into my possession is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a great way to help you to connect back into your own wisdom, but also to tap wisdom when you feel like you need it, a piece of petrified wood. And it's an easy one to get, and
Mhm.
genuinely one of my favorite stones. Although, I probably already said that like 20 times on the show.
Yeah. Well, I know. You can't that's like trying to pick a favorite kid or a favorite dog.
Right. No, can't do that.
No. Well, my kids do think I have done that. I'll say that. They all think that Skippy is my favorite dog and my favorite living being on the planet Earth. And
Well, you
yeah.
do frequently refer to him as Mother's Prince, so that might be why. Just saying.
He is Mother's Prince. He is such a little angel. Right before the show started, he's sleeping on a bed in my office, and he's deaf and blind and takes seizure meds twice a day. So he's, I keep him real close to me most of the time just to make sure that he's, safe. But
Yeah.
a little while ago, right before the show started, I looked over at his bed just in time to see him do a big stretch and roll right out of it and kind of just splay out on the floor. And I had to go gather him back up and wrap him in his blankie.
Right.
Nothing is too good for Mother's Prince.
Yes.
Yeah. All righty. Last card, Capricorn. Let your world spin on its axis. Let your world spin on its axis. You do you, Capricorn. I think this is actually a really good month for Cap, and I'm interested because Capricorns tend to have a little seasonal affective disorder or a little seasonal depression. We see that in Caps a lot. And January, a lot of times, is kind of a shitty month for Cap. But here we are now. We've moved into February, and Capricorn, I feel like you have the world in the palm of your hand more than you're giving yourself credit for. I think that you are coming out of a bit of a fog that you've been in for a while, and you're having a hard time letting things be great. I think things are great. I feel like right now, a really focused attention onto your attitude and onto your gratitude. Those weren't supposed to rhyme. I'm sorry, that sounded gimmicky as hell. It shouldn't have, but a lot of gratitude for what's happening in your world and for what you've accomplished. I have a son that's a Cap, and we were talking today. He's, in his second semester of his junior year in college, and he was like, Mom, how can it be? He's like, I'm going to graduate from college next year with my bachelor's, and next year I have to start applying to master's programs. And he's like, how can it be? And I was like, well, actually, you put in a lot of really hard work. I've been witnessing it,
Right.
but he doesn't give himself that kind of credit. Cap never does. But you really need to do that right now, because it really helps you to give yourself the energy you need to keep going and also to get excited about your future. So, Cap, I'm excited. This is a good month for you. Lots of bright light for you. And some standing out, whether you like it or not. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So what I picked for Capricorn, I wanted a good blue stone. And so I had to get one from behind me because the other one I had, you couldn't really see. This is actually celestite. And it is a blue stone. And blue stones really are for your throat chakra, and they're for expressing yourself. And I feel like right now for Capricorns, it is about expressing what you really want coming up and recognizing your accomplishments and being willing to say what you want next and not just let it all roll out however it will roll out, but to take responsibility for what's coming and create it intentionally. And you do that through your voice. So a little meditation with the blue stone on your throat would be really good right now to, step into that next step and take control of it. What is it? What's it going to be?
Yep. Oh, I absolutely love that. I love that. Interesting. Carly said that she always says January is her worst month. You know what? Most Caps I know do not thrive in January.
Yeah, our
Our
dad
dad didn't
didn't either.
either. No, he did not. She said, I'm super angry, but I keep telling myself to be grateful and positive. I want to change some stuff and I'm motivated, just angry it hasn't been done yet. Oh, yeah, you're going to get there for sure.
Mhm.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep. Oh, Tara, I totally hear that. So Red Girl has a one-eyed kitty who has seizures. She says they pamper the hell out of him, but he's a jerk. I get it. I do. I live with pigs. They're belligerent as hell. Yep. Oh, you guys, it's been a fun night. I hope that you found some value in your sign so that you can, make it a good month. Honestly, I think February can be pretty clean and clear for most of us. And
It feels like it. It feels like we're leaving a lot behind in January.
it
January
does.
takes a lot of 2020 energy into it, and I really do feel like we've dropped that finally in
Mhm.
February. So
Mhm. I think so too. And one thread that ran through almost all of the months was looking for some fun, finding something to do, looking for something
yes,
to look forward to. Do that.
yeah,
Do that. And I know it, depending on where you live, that's a little harder to do, than it is in other places right now due to COVID. And of
yeah,
course, please, please, please be safe, but
yeah,
find some fun. Everybody needs it. Yep.
yeah. So
All righty. So don't forget, our raffle is still open until the end of tomorrow. We are celebrating 50,000 downloads, which we have well blown past that this month or this week, actually,
we sure
the
have.
50,000 podcast downloads. So what we did is we put a post up on our True Crime Paranormal Facebook page
Mhm.
and just asked you guys to tell us what your favorite moment or your favorite episode was this last year. And when
Yeah,
you did that, we would put you into a drawing and we'll draw out a bunch of winners and send you guys some free merch from our merch store. So if you haven't done that, you have until the end of tomorrow, so the end of the 5th, to run over there and hop in there and just, or if you don't have a favorite moment, just, say, pick me or,
yeah.
Christie's smiling face or whatever.
There you go.
But really, yeah, we would love to put you in our drawings. We're celebrating big stuff. So
Yes, we are.
you could join us for sure. And of course, we'll keep an eye on what's developing with the Vallow case. There actually was one more piece that developed after we went live. Um,
Yeah.
that only that the prosecuting attorney's office in Fremont has taken Tammy's case back over. So that was Mark
Attorney
Means
General.
his big bitch. Yeah, Tammy Daybell's case back over. So anyway, that's all. But we'll keep our finger on that. If it gets exciting, we'll probably do a little live and let you know. But that's
Definitely.
what's happening. And of course, we'll be back Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week with new cases.
Yes,
We'll
we
be back Wednesday night with the Wednesday night update, and we'll be back here for the Thursday night psychic show next Thursday night. So
yes, we
did I
will.
miss anything?
And I think that's it. That's plenty.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for being here. You've been listening to True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. Take care.